Hello, my name is Aaron Rains, and this is my trenching and shoring project for Dr. Nichols' Construction Safety Class Spring 2025. So what we have here is a depiction of an accident that happened because of Dunaway Excavations excavating a trench that was 16 feet deep with an 11-foot bottom and 2 foot of water accumulating in that bottom. We're represented by a silicone. When at the top we have a 19-foot wide opening. Everything is in HO scale, and for this model I made the trench 30 foot wide, or excuse me, 30 foot long. So let's begin with our violations and compliances. So for our first standard, we have 1926-651 C2, which is access and egress. And the actual accident, there were 2 ladders that were found in the very bottom of the trench, but they were both found to be woefully inadequate with actually helping either worker that was killed in this accident. So, for our second standard, we have 1926-651 H1, which is protection from hazards associated with water accumulation. And with that 2 foot of water that was in there, it was a serious factor in this cave-in. For our third standard, we have our first compliance. We have 1926-651 J2, the protection of employees from loose rock or soil. And that is in regards to our spoil pile being approximately 14.5 feet away from our trenching and shoring edges. For OSHA standards, it requires us to place the spoil pile 2 feet from the edge, and with it being 14.5 feet is well within compliance. For our fourth standard, we have 1926-652 B1, and that is in regards to our allowable configuration and slopes. So with our 16 feet depth, our 11 foot width, and our 19 foot opening, that gives us a very, very slight slope. From the 90-degree angle, it's a 15-degree slope. And that is nowhere near OSHA compliance. It's not even half of the 34-degree angle that is required for type B soil. And for our fifth standard, we have 1926-28A, which is personal protective equipment. And here we have 2 different workers, both of which are not wearing hard hats. And with a company like Dunaway Excavation that plays hard and fast with rules, more than likely, they were violating a lot more than just those 5 things. So, thank you so much for being here.